Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Results Mastery live stream. It's great to have you here. I'd like to start by apologizing. I'm a couple of minutes late. I had a few internet problems. So despite all the planning and getting everything ready, apologies for being a little bit late. But I'm here, and I'm here to share with you my 30 plus years of experience helping small businesses, consultants, coaches, and advisors to grow their business and create more income, more profit, more leads, and more sales in their business. That's a mouthful, isn't it? But I've been doing that for a long time now, and I've learnt my skills and my trade from learning from the world's leading sales and marketing experts, keeping up to date with modern digital marketing technology, and passing that information on to my small business clients. So I'm here today to talk about building a results-focused business. How do we create better results? And the first thing I'd say about this is you've got to know what your results are to start with. You know, how do you know you're going to make them better? By doing something different if you don't know what results you're getting. And I say that because in my experience, and I'd say something like 99% of small businesses don't fully or even at all understand their sales and marketing numbers. These numbers are absolutely vital to your success. Changing these numbers is going to make a massive difference to your business. Let me just give you an example. If you get 10 leads coming into your business right now and you convert 4 of them into sales, if you could become 20% better to go from 40% to 60%, over a period of time, that would grow your business not by 20%, but by 50%. Because I know this sounds a bit weird, 60% is actually 50% more than 40%. Does that make sense? I hope it does. And even if it doesn't, then how would you like to grow your business by 20%? But it is actually 50%. Anyway, what are the numbers then? The numbers are the number of sales you get. The numbers are the number of meetings, the number of leads, where those leads come from. How many people visit your website? How many contacts have you got on LinkedIn? How many emails are you sending out? How many offers do you send out per month? Because one way of getting more results is to send out more offers. You know, it's as simple as that. Yes, you can improve the quality of those offers, but even if you said, do you want to buy my product? Here's a link to my website. Not the best marketing ever. But if you did that often enough, I think somebody'd buy, or maybe more people would buy than if you don't say anything at all. So it's really, really important, A, to think about what you're doing and maximizing that. And then B, think about what you can do to improve the effectiveness of what you're doing. And this is where the real leverage is. Because how good could you get it? The truth is almost to infinity. You could improve and improve and improve and improve and go from getting 1 lead every time you send an email out to 10 leads or 20 leads or 50 leads. It all depends on the quality and the quantity of the messaging, the emailing, your list, and so on and so forth. So a lot of people ask me a question, and that question is, so Steve, what marketing should I be doing? My answer is pretty much all the same, and that is, it doesn't really matter. All marketing works. The problem is it doesn't work all the time. Why doesn't it work all the time? Because the system that you're using isn't working. Let me give you a really good example. I'm going to use the example of LinkedIn. Most people listening to this will probably be on LinkedIn. And the system that they use would be typically something like, well, I'm on LinkedIn, I've got a profile, it's not really filled in fully. You know, I've not got a banner and stuff like that. And I've just spent a little bit of time on it. And I'm connected to a few hundred people. And I don't really post that often, just probably once every couple of weeks. That's like saying, you know, I'm overweight. I'm not really doing anything about it. And I go to the gym once every 6 months. You know, it ain't going to get you too far. So a better system. This is where I mentioned about, you don't need a different marketing. You need a better system for that marketing. A better system would be, right, let's get your LinkedIn profile looking fantastically good. Let's start work growing that database, and we're going to go from 500 to 5,000 and then on to 10,000 contacts as quickly as we can. We're also going to start posting and getting information out, and we're going to do that 2, 3, 4 times a day so that we start to get known by that database. Those 500 and then 5,000 people know us, because we've got to get people in business to know, like, and trust us. That's the only way of winning business, as far as I know, unless you're selling Mars bars. And even then, I know, like, and trust the brand of Mars bars, and I know how tasty they are. I know how much they've reduced in size as well. You know, they used to be a lot bigger, didn't they? Anyway, I'm getting off track. So let's just think about that for a moment. What else do we need to do? Well, have we got any testimonials on LinkedIn? Probably not. And I always believe that something my mum taught me. She said, when I was a little lad, she said to me, it's far more important, you know, Steve, what other people say about you than what you say about yourself. And that is still as true today as it was back all those years ago. What are people saying about you? You know, how many testimonials have you got on LinkedIn? We then look at things like groups on LinkedIn. Are you marketing yourself within groups? There are over 2 million groups on LinkedIn full of people who could potentially be your client. Not all of them, but some of them. So we've got to find the right groups for you to join. We've then got to think about our communication strategy. What are we doing in terms of our system of communicating? It's no use just posting, but we need to be marketing on a one-to-one level. So we could be emailing them, that's sending them a message within LinkedIn. We could be sending them an email if we manage to get their email address. We could be picking up the phone and calling them. A lot of people put their phone number on LinkedIn. If they don't, you could find their company, go to their website, get their phone number, and pick up the phone. You could send them a letter. You could send them a postcard. You could keep in touch with them via Instagram. You could go and find them on Facebook and connect to them there as well. So you've got multiple ways of marketing and keeping in touch with this vital people in your life, and that is your prospects and your customers, because that's really important too. Now, I could go on and on. You know, there's probably other things that you could do. You could get them into your email list, for example. You could put on, I'll tell you what's a really good one. That is a newsletter on LinkedIn. If you set up a newsletter on LinkedIn and send it out, LinkedIn will go and share it with thousands of people without you doing anything. And you'll probably find you get about 200-300 subscribers the first week. Do it again next week, you get another 300 subscribers. The week after, another 300. You've just got 750 subscribers to your newsletter within 3 weeks of launch. How cool is that? You know, that's another great way of marketing your business, keeping in touch with people, providing them with information, driving them to your website, which is a really important thing as well. So you're with me. So it's not the system. It's not whether you do LinkedIn, Facebook, email marketing, paid advertising, search engine optimization. All those things work. They just don't work all the time because people are not very good at working them. Yeah, or they don't have a good system. And that's the problem. Okay, so that's all I want to say in this live stream. I want you to think about what you're doing. What is your system? If you need help improving your system, then get in touch with me. Let's book a meeting. Go to my website. You can see it on the wall behind me or in the corner of the screen. Results-mastery.com. Go and click on the bright gold button on the home page. It'll give you access to my diary. You can book a meeting on Zoom and we can be chatting in the next I don't know, a few hours. So let's get that meeting booked in. I want to help you. I'm very happy to do so. I've worked with over 10,000 businesses in hundreds of industries. I produce fantastic results, not for everybody, because some people, I tell them what to do and they don't do it. It's really about, that's why I was saying right at the beginning, results focus. You need to take action to get results, not listen to videos like this. This will do you no good whatsoever until and unless you take action. It's like joining the gym. If you join the gym and don't ever go down there and don't push those weights and get on that treadmill, it ain't going to do you any good. So that's it. Thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to speaking to you again on the next live stream. And enjoy your day. Thank you.